Two stars, shining their brilliance for over a decade in the cosmos. One day, something happens, and the two stars begin collapsing in on each other, forming a new, less brilliant star. The universe is unaware of its loss. This new star is the only one aware of the two missing stars. Does the universe even care that it has lost two of its lights? And if that one star figured out a way to bring back the other two, would the universe care that it sacrificed itself? As we journey through the rift, I want to ask a new question. Why can't all three exist?
Captain Natanis, signals from the hermits have been detected.
Well, it's about time. What's their status?
All appear fine with no signs of deterioration after traveling through the rifts. Their atoms seem fine with being in the wrong universe.
I guess there's nothing to worry about then. They'll be fine.
Captain, aren't you the least bit worried about them being in an alternate universe?
You said they're fine, so no, I'm not worried about them. What I'm more concerned about is how to get us out of this bubble universe.
You are going to let them stay in the wrong universe?
There's no harm in them staying there for a short amount of time. Besides, we can do nothing as long as we're trapped in this bubble universe. We need to focus more on getting ourselves out of this and less on the hermits.
Understood, Captain. Priorities altered, deviating from mission protocol.
Alright, start pulling up any information you can find on rifts. Scientific journals, quantum theory, anything if it has to do with the multiverse theorem. I need a way out of this. Yep. Let's see. I don't see anything, but we may be too far away. Yep. Okay, let's just go for it. Let's see. Come on, please, please, please. Okay, dang it. Ow. Okay, I don't see any. Alright. Well, back to the drawing board. Uh-huh. Okay, another one. Let's see, you got what I'm after? I don't see any cells. Oop, hi. There's a lot of you guys. Ugh. I don't see any cells though. Because you don't have any prisoners? You don't have any prisoners I can save? Really? Yeah, I don't see any cells. Of course, this is kind of tricky. Yep. I don't see any. Man, do these exist? Like, seriously. Okay. On to the next one. Okay. Found another one. This one looks like it might have some cells. We got some problems though. I am very far out. Don't mind, I could use the XP. My Elytra's a little bit worn out right now. Come on, please, please, please. I've been looking everywhere. Oh, no, this is just logs. Oh, I hear that. Is that all this is? It's just logs? Yeah, it's just logs. There's nothing. Oh. Okay, yep. There's no. Man, even when I want these stupid things, I can't even find them. So, yeah, there are allays in this update, right? Yep. There's allays in this world. Yes? No? Maybe? Because I can't find any. That's 3 outposts, and I'm very far out, so I'm gonna have to go back to go back to base and hopefully find another one. Oh, oh, we got another one. We got another one. Come on. This one's got 3 pins. Hopefully. Please, 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 please. I'm tired of looking. I don't know why everything's acting sluggish. Oh, I think I see blue. Yes! Oh, there's 2. Perfect. No. Where's the other one? Wait, where'd it go? Oh, I'm moving too quickly. I hate flying. Where's the other one? Where is it? Actually, where's my first one? Okay, that one's right below me. I can't see. It looks like he's holding an item. Where's the other one? I'm causing a commotion here. No, get out of the way. Oop, it's looking. Oh, no, no, no. I don't know where the one went. Oh, there he is. Hey. Yay. Okay, let's get back. Okay, now the pain actually begins because I have to walk these guys 5,000 blocks back to base. Yeah, fun, fun. Yeah, yeah. This is making for a real great start to the episode. 5,000 blocks to go. I got a long way to go. Oh, well, that'll make things a little bit easier. Oh yeah, I saw this when I flew over. This is really impressive. It's gigantic, and I don't want to fall in there. Okay, Drew, I am not lost. I know exactly where I'm going, and quit complaining. We'll get there eventually. We're still like 2,000 blocks away from home. You know what? If I had brought if I had brought leashes, this wouldn't be as annoying. Oh god. And we probably would still have baby zombies on us. The main problem is the skeleton shooting at me, though. Okay, we're gonna dip over here, and we are nearly back and nearly got these guys home for the purpose that I have planned for them. Hello, Minecrafters and Redstoners. I'm Natanis Likens. How y'all doing today? Yep, we got a couple of allays. I hope you enjoyed that little montage of me finding and getting these guys over. So why do we have allays? Well, first off, let's cover something. Yes, I am the poster child for hatred for these little guys because I don't see a point in them. They're kind of useless. Granted, we do have a lot of useless mobs. However, I did have a thought on how they could be useful with the mechanics that they have. And you may have noticed during that little montage that I was holding ink sacs. Well, these little guys have ink sacs as well. Yeah, that's right. We're going to build an ink farm because I really need black dye pretty badly. It's probably the only dye that I can't get like tons of. And it's probably the most useful one because I need a little bit more of this guy, dark prismarine. That is going to be what we are using for a lot of our builds, so I need to be able to get a lot of dark prismarine. As you've seen here lately, we have done things with warped wood, we've done things with copper, and then quite a bit with prismarine. We have not done much with the dark prismarine simply because I don't have enough black dye. So yeah, we're going to build an ink farm, and ladies and gentlemen, I would actually like to dedicate this episode to a more famous YouTuber. Yep, we're going to dedicate this. I'm going to dedicate this episode to Solidarity. And you know why I'm going to dedicate it to Solidarity? Because you've got a friend in me. Yep. So let's get on with the episode. Yeah, that's right. We're going to build an ink farm. But we got a few logistics problems. The first one, yeah, we're basically on the coastline of an ocean biome. The raid farm is in an ocean biome, and the mob farm is in an ocean biome, and the guardian farm is in an ocean biome. So we got to find somewhere that we can do it. And you may at first think, well, why don't I just head off that direction? Well, you can't see it from here, but that area just leads straight to another ocean biome. Get in there. I don't know why these keep getting stuck. But yeah, on the far side of the desert over there is another ocean biome. So what I do have is a couple of rivers over here. So I need to scout out a little bit. Oh, right. That way. So that way is actually a connected ocean. Like this is a whole big peninsula out that way, and then this ocean goes all the way around that, and then this goes all the way around, and the coastline actually ends up back at our spawn point and then continues on around. So yeah, that's just one giant ocean all out this way. And then out that way is a swamp. Yep, there's a swamp over there. If you haven't seen it in any of the previous videos, trust me, there is a swamp. So, trying to find a location to build said ink farm is going to be a little bit tricky. And what I'm thinking about is we follow this river around and see if we can find a spot somewhere that is isolated enough that it's not going to be an eyesore towards our city build, and is close enough that I'm not wasting rockets. Yeah, it seems like some of our farms are a little bit far away, and we end up using a lot of rockets. Like, I'm already on, like, I think my 6th or 7th shulker box full of rockets. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we got to find something that is a little bit closer that we can use, and unfortunately, we've definitely got some issues. Like, there's way too much ocean around us. So yeah, let me get to it and see if I can find a spot, and we'll get back to you guys when I have a location. And welcome back. So I found this little oasis here as part of this river out here in the savannah and the desert, and at first I thought this would be a perfect spot, but unfortunately half of that, like right about there, is actually savannah. So yeah, the squid are going to end up over here in the river. Not ideal. May still look around for a better spot, but this is a potential. So let me get back to searching and trying to figure it out, and it's about to be night. Figures, it's always about to be night when I start recording. All right, we found another spot. The ocean is just over there. I think this one has potential. It is an awkward shape, but that is absolutely fine. I did notice there are actually fish in this one, whereas over that way there were no fish. I don't really need the fish, but it would be nice to have that just to stock up the shop that is part of the dock over at the dock house. Yeah, that way, because right there, let's pull this out real quick, because right there is one of my villages. In fact, that house right there is one of them where I spawn camp for wandering traders, because I have way too many heads in my heads pack. Yeah. So this spot is, I can work with this. I'm not sure how much of the water out that way I would have to clear. I gotta do some research on that, but yeah. I mean, I could easily see me building a little AFK house up here and maybe have the drops come up through a system up here and drop it into a... I'm not sure I'm going to bother with a sorting system for this, because it is mainly just going to be ink that we're getting from it because of the way we've got the allays set up. I may at some point try and get another allay and put a... I guess it's salmon down there? I can't really tell. I think those are salmon. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those are salmon. But yeah, I could easily see this area being used. Like, I could even put an AFK house over there. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think I'm going to go for it. I think this is the spot. Yeah, I kind of like this spot. I like the idea of having a little house of some sort up here. Like a little collection system here. And like I said, have like pipes running. Yeah, you guys get the point. Anyway, let's go grab some blocks, because I don't really know what I want to make this look like. I do know that I need to enclose it, so I'm probably going to need quite a bit of glass and maybe a few... Look, we just had squid spawn over there. Yeah, this spot. This spot will work. I don't see any other water around. We'll have to fill that little spot in. I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm just going to do it just because I feel like it. Yeah, so yeah, let me get some blocks and we'll get back to this project here in a minute. Alright, welcome back. We got a little bit of work done here. You can see we've got a barrier up there. The reason for the barrier is so that the axolotls do not get out when we put them in. And I've cleared out some water over there. I also did not realize that there was a river back here, so we've cleared out a good chunk of the water right through here. I may have to go a little bit further with it. I'm not exactly sure. Same for over there. But we do have squid spawning down there. So now it's just a matter of building the collection system and figuring out how we're going to get the items from where the allays are going to drop off the ink sacks and then over into our collection system. I'm not really sure just yet how I want the collection system. I'm thinking this corner would be good. Maybe we'll do like a thing of barrels along this edge here. I'm not really sure. We'll figure that out in a minute. So I'm thinking that this is all gravity sand right here. That's going to be a problem. But yeah, what I'm thinking is we're going to have to... Let's go on and get down here. We got a few logistics things we got to figure out. So I brought some wool so we can kind of lay out exactly how this is going to go into our system. So I'm thinking something like along here somewhere is where we have a hopper set up. And we're going to put the note block up over here, I think, and have it like behind these hoppers. So we got a little section here that the allays are going to be able to fly in. They can drop off their stuff and then fly back out into this open area here. So I'm thinking like we're going to have hoppers there. We're going to put the note block up here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. And then possibly... Like I have some plans on how I want this to look, so we need to clear out a little bit here. Yeah, right about here, I guess. So it'll come to here. And I guess we're going to go straight up from here. I do need these wool blocks in place. That's part of the reason why we're going ahead and doing this. Okay, so to about, I don't really know. Let's go, I think this is about the same height, so let's go about, let's say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll go about 5 here. Actually, we need to go 6 because I gotta consider that these are actually supposed to be where water is, so we'll have blocks underneath this, and go to about here maybe. Yeah, that sounds good to me. And then we'll come out this way. I want to go like right there. And how many is that? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do another 5 right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that right there is where our chests will be, our barrels. We're probably going to do, I don't know, what is that, 4 barrels tall, roughly? And actually, that's going to have to be back 1. I just realized I messed up. Yeah, something like that. We'll figure it out when we actually build. This is just kind of a rough idea to get some stuff down and figure out exactly where we're going to be putting things. I do think I need to move that back a little bit now that I think about it. Yeah, we may have to change that because I do need a way to get it out of the hopper and into the water stream. Because I'm going to need it to feed into a dispenser or a dropper. I think a dropper might actually be better. So we need space for that and the redstone that goes into it. You know what? Just give me a few minutes. I'm going to choke, so let's clear our throat. And I'm gonna come up with an idea on how this all needs to be laid out, and I will get back to you guys when I'm done. All right, welcome back. We got a little bit going on. We got some redstone installed. We've got a water item flower thingamajig. Yeah, I just completely brain farted on what to call that. But yeah, we got it there. We got some copper stairs in the corners because obviously we can't put the trap doors there, and it gives it kind of a nice little pipe type look, and still contains the water. So yeah, that's all good and everything, but I haven't tested it yet, and we need to go down and see what's going on real quick. So effectively, the redstone should stick. Yeah, words are difficult. The redstone there should spit the items out of the dropper that's right there. It should go into a very short water ride and then up this tube through this section and into the hopper array behind those barrels. And if we test it, it should end up in this very first barrel. Assuming I did everything correctly. I haven't actually tested it yet, and that's why I'm bringing you guys back here. So let's go ahead and come down here and take a look at what's going on. So yeah, we got the traditional comparator coming out of the dropper to let us know, hey, there's an item in there. It shoots a signal around, and we had to do some funky things with the redstone because we don't have a lot of space. I didn't really plan this out all that well. But yeah, it sends a signal, it activates the dropper, and it should spit out the items as it gets it. Over here, we've got the system set up to keep the note block going. Right now I've got it set to that note. Yeah, so that should work, and the way this thing works is we've just got a little repeater timer going on here, and we got this so that it carries the signals through there. That way it also gives me a way to turn it off when I'm not actively over here. Hopefully everything works well. We still got to do a little bit more, but yeah, we do this. And as you can see, it will constantly loop and activate that note block. And then all we got to do is turn that off and the signal stops. So yeah, that should work fine. Let's go ahead and test this. I've got a piece of coal here. So yeah, it shot through, and hopefully if everything worked, I need to go get more rockets. It should end up in this very first barrel. Fingers crossed. Yep, there it is. Perfectly. Perfectly? That's just perfect. Yeah, that is perfect. So we got that set up, and now I think all we need to do is go ahead and cover this up in glass so that we don't have the allays that we've got escaping this, and possibly do a little house up here for us to AFK at. So yeah, let me get back over to the main base. I'm going to grab a couple of axolotls, and then we are going to start putting the glass over this and keeping the allays, and then we'll get those moved over here. So I'll be right back. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay. Okay, so they're in here. I only have 4 buckets, so I just grabbed 4, but they're in here now. And we need to get to finishing the build. I need a way out of here. So, we gotta cover this whole thing in glass now. Fun, fun. Yep, Yep, we gotta cover the entire thing in glass. That's right, you heard me. So without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, let's crank up the tunes, and get this time-lapse rolling. Okay, now that that's done, it's time to move these two guys over there and do a test run to make sure the farm actually works. So let's get these guys over to the ink farm. Alright, so we're taking the allays over to the farm, and, like, I want to slap you guys that voted for this thing. I never want to work with allays again. I can't really lead them with the lead because they get stuck on one block high gaps and the lead breaks. And I can't do it from a horse because they won't keep up. So that's why we're walking. Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, let me get these guys over to the farm. Okay, so we got them in, but I think I made a big mistake just looking around. Yeah, the mistake is that I forgot about the distance that the note block can attract them. And instead of going out into this and collecting up any ink sacs, they're pretty much just staying near the note block, which is not good. The other concern is I actually had to extend our repeating pulse quite a bit, and it still seems to be too much, or too short. I may have to completely redo this idea. Right now, what I'm thinking is I'd hate to try and get two more allays. What I'm thinking is that I need probably a couple of drop-off places around this and kind of have the note block going off in a sequence. So maybe there, maybe over here, then over there somewhere, and then just kind of have it circling around so that these little guys are circling. That does carry the problem of that's a lot of redstone to put everywhere, and I would have to have a very large looping signal. Yeah, let's go ahead and do an AFK session and see how much we actually get. Because I'm pretty sure we're not going to get that much at this point. I think I made some major errors in coming up with this. So right now we have 25. Let's do this. I'm going to put a sign right here that simply says 25. That way I'll remember how much we got here, and then we're going to like box ourselves in probably about yay high. because right now I just don't see this working. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of an AFK session and come back to this. It was a great idea at first thought. I thought I might actually have a use for allays, but after initially seeing what happens, I grossly underestimated the distance that they can be attracted to the note block. So yeah, we're just gonna stay here for a bit and see how much ink we actually manage to collect. I don't have high hopes for this now. All right, so one overnight AFK session later, and well, we got some. Okay, we did get some, so the concept does work, but we got some problems. Before we get to the problems that I need to cover, we've got more than just the fact that the note sound only goes so far, and that's how they know to go drop it off. But yeah, let's just show you this first. So yeah, we got 3 stacks and a little bit of ink. That's nice. I'm not sure why we only got that much. Well, in part. Um, yeah, our axolotls have disappeared. They are nowhere in there. The only thing I can think of is that a drowned maybe spawned in there and killed off the axolotls. Um, yeah, so we're gonna have to do some lighting in there. Now, as far as the collection, I mean, we were getting some. Like I said, we got like 3 stacks. So the concept does work. It needs some work, but it is going to work. I have some thoughts on that. I don't know if my new idea is going to work because we do have quite a large area and the sound waves are only going to like travel so far to attract the allays. But yeah, I need to go and collect up some more axolotls, unfortunately. And we're gonna have to do some lighting in there. I don't know how that may affect spawns. So we're gonna have to play around with this a little bit, and yeah, yeah. Let me go get some new axolotls, and we'll get back to this. Alright, welcome back, guys. I've been fiddling with this a little bit. We've changed up the redstone yet again. I was trying to think of a way to let these little guys go out and wander around in order to collect the ink sacks that drop from when the axolotls kill the squids. We still got a few problems with that, though this time I don't think I've lost any axolotls. We can see 3 of them here. And the 4th one I think was like way over here somewhere. I don't know if that's one we just saw, but yeah, they're around. They're still kicking this time. I don't know what happened to the other 4 that I put in there, but yeah, that is going on. So problems that I've noticed with the allays. First off, we got an AFK spot right up there. Problem is the allays are aware of it, and they just end up floating right here below it, or wherever I'm standing in those 4 spots. So they'll just be right directly below me, not actually going out there and collecting any of the ink sacs. It does work. This concept is viable. I just think that what really needs to happen is I get a couple more allays in here, and I put a couple more drop-off stations that then connect up with this and into our storage system. But for now, that is not going to be a possibility. Just getting those 2 allays, ooh, excuse me, was actually a little bit of a fiasco. I actually had to go quite a bit around my world looking for allays first off, and then trying to get them back here was a major pain in the butt. So I've noticed a lot of problems with these little guys, and yeah, I don't recommend working with allays. Nope, they're not fun. Uh, in fact, they're quite the opposite. They're very tedious, a pain in the butt, and very easy to lose. Like you can't fly, and they'll keep up with you because they do have a little bit of a wandering ability. AI, they will wander from you a little ways, and if they get stuck on something and you keep going, they don't teleport to you like some of the other pets do. Yeah, I'm not too happy about these guys. Actually, I never was happy with them. They just seem like a waste of a mob vote to me. But yeah, so we need to work on this idea a little bit, possibly get some more allays in there, and probably put a couple more drop-off stations. Like I need to get probably a couple of allays over here with a drop-off station over there. Same for that side, same for that side, and we may even have to cordon off certain sections because I could, if I leave it as is, I'm pretty sure what would happen is all the allays would end up in one area and just kind of be stuck there. So I feel like we need to divide this whole thing up. It was kind of my stupidity that I didn't think about the range of the note block, so they can only be so far away in order to get notified of the sound to be like, hey, I need to go over there. That is kind of something that I did not think about when I came up with this concept. Um, the other problem is the note block itself. I don't really have a long enough delay on it. As of right now, you can see that we have roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, not roughly. Let's just go ahead and count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 repeaters on 4-tick delay. It does have a nice little delay, but it's not long enough for these guys to go out and collect anything. I don't really see a way around that, and you're going to see what happens with the daylight sensor here in a second. But yeah, I don't really see a way around that unless I did like a big looping uh, redstone signal, which has its own problems if you aren't aware. Redstone is very lag producing, so be wary of exactly how much redstone you have out in the world, especially exposed redstone dust like I do. The stuff is, it's constantly trying to update and be like, do I have a signal? Do I not? Where's the signal coming from? Is it coming from below me? Is it coming from above me? Is it coming from my left? Is it coming from my right? Is it coming from behind me? Is it coming from in front of me? Yeah, redstone is very lag producing. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've got going on with this. And Because of how much I've been tinkering with this and trying to figure it out and fix it, unfortunately, we are not going to have time today to build an actual AFK area, like a little, I'm thinking like a villa house up here on this plateau. I'm not 100% sure if that's the idea I'm going to go with. It seems to be the idea that is stuck in my head, so most likely that is what we are going to build there. But for now, I'm thinking I'm just going to have to spend some time thinking about how this farm works. We may do that sometime later. There are other projects that I was hoping to get to, and that's why I needed the ink sacs. So yeah, for now, this project is just going to be, I'm going to mark it as busted. Allays are not good for farms. Nope. Maybe sorting out specific items, but even then, with the way items are coded, allays are just not going to work well with anything particularly. I mean, maybe certain items, but then again, just set up an item filter for those. Like, that's going to work a heck of a lot better than allays. But yeah. I will catch you guys next time. And if you like this episode, please leave a like. And if you love what I'm doing with my series, think about subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Personal log, stardate 22/10/31. Something is off. The evidence of corruption within the MinecraftVerse goes further back than what I've been told. After reading through countless reports and seeing just what the crew of the Prometheus deep space transport ship have been involved in, I get the sense that something is not quite right. That same feeling extends to the Empire's universe. Something is rotten in the MinecraftVerse. An infection so deep that monitoring order and jurisdiction around nearby galaxies may very well be infected as well. This infection has become so ingrained in all universes that nobody recognizes it as such. It's becoming normal. Having said that, I know this is a battle I cannot win alone, for the very soul of the MinecraftVerse is at risk. Even now I fear it is too late. This infection does it all. Physical, mind, and hearts all twisted, though the outward appearance remains the same. What are the motives of the Watchers or Shadows with this infection? What are they plotting? More importantly, how do I know I can trust anyone to have my back in this endeavor when it twists the very minds of people it infects? I may be a captain in the rank of cleaners, but I stand alone seeing an impossible army brought together by this one infection. This is a big fight ahead of me. I'm going to need help to rid us of this infection. Hey guys, before you go, I just wanted to note a few issues. That is the keyboard clicking in the background. I've been messing with OBS settings, trying to get rid of that. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're just going to have to deal with that. Literally nothing I can do about it. I have tried and tried and tried, and it's going to be there. Especially when I'm talking. If I'm not moving around like I am right now, you're not going to hear the keyboard. But if I start moving, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. But on another note, if you aren't aware, the Hermitcraft Empire's crossover has started. Yay! That is absolutely hilarious, and I've been loving it. And I want to get your guys' opinions. What's been your favorite thing about the crossover so far? Like, I have to say my favorite thing is something that's actually an accident, and that was with iJevin. He said his audio got corrupted in the video, or I think that's what he said, and he just kind of ad-libbed it, and I was rolling in laughter at that because I'd already seen that whole bit like 3 times before then. So yeah, leave a comment down below. No, no, okay. Yep, yep. Let's get out of here. Yep, leave a comment down below. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Okay, yep, yep. Leave a comment about your favorite thing and the crossover, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.